Hey everybody, Brett Mix here from Macho Wrestling 101, Macho Madness. Hit like and subscribe if you like old school wrestling content or if you like wrestling reviews for today. We do both. So hit that subscribe button or like or leave a comment in the comment section. We're doing another WrestleMania today. It's the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. Took place April 5th, 2009 at the Reliant Stadium in Houston, Texas in front of 72,744 fans. That's the WWE's counted total anyway. They've been known to bluff numbers at time to time. Not sure if this one was. Tickets for the event commenced sale to the public on November 8th, 2008, and for the third consecutive year, WrestleMania broke the record for the highest grossing pay-per-view in WWE history, grossing 6.9 in ticket sales alone, 6.9 million, which from all 50 U.S. states, 24 countries, and 7 Canadian provinces. Approximately 960,000 people ordered WrestleMania 25, grossing at 21.0 million in revenue. So that's 21 million in revenue. This amount was just a million short of. This amount was less than the. This amount was less than the 1,058,000 that WrestleMania 24 achieved. So they went down about $200,000 in buy rates. In buy rates for WrestleMania 25 when compared to 24. Kid Rock held a lackluster event during this show, and it was cut off the anthology DVD, or it was cut off the WrestleMania 25 DVD. That was bad. It was during the women's entrances for the women's battle royal, and they didn't even zoom in on any of the returning women, and we'll get to that. The opening contest was a Money in the Bank ladder match between CM Punk, the returning winner, Kane, Mark Henry, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, Kofi Kingston, Christian, and Finlay. Tony Atlas and Hornswoggle were managers in the match. So CM Punk had won the last one. He had the fourth one at WrestleMania 24. The winners so far, year by year, is Edge, RVD, Mr. Kennedy, and CM Punk. And we all know that Edge won the Money in the Bank after Kennedy was injured for that third one. Fans chanted let's go Christian throughout the match. They were really on the bandwagon for Christian here in this match. Some good suplexes onto the ladders in this match. Shelton Benjamin had a few bumps and a few good bumps. He also had that spot where he ran up the horizontal ladder, then the vertical diagonal ladder, then jumped up and got Kingston out of the way. Kofi Kingston did a few bumps with the ladders too. Finlay actually took a ladder shot too after he came down from the top. A lot of good bumps in this match. It was definitely better than the second and third, but not quite on par with the first, or definitely not the fourth. This match, it was pretty lackluster. It might have been the second worst or the worst of the 5. I give it 2.5 stars as CM Punk won at 14-24. The 25 Divas Battle Royal to crown Miss WrestleMania. This sounded good on paper, right? You're bringing back divas, get them in a ring at a WrestleMania Battle Royal, but this is just awful. And then the winner is Santina Marella. Just, you can't say anything but dud. Next, you got Jericho versus Piper, Steamboat, and Snuka with Ric Flair. Because, of course, Ric Flair's got to be there, right? In a handicap elimination match. I mean, we just had Ric Flair's retirement ceremony the whole year before, and they spent a year saying goodbye to him, and now he's the next WrestleMania. He's definitely a part of it. Has to be. Thank God for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, or else this match would have been complete shit. This match would have been complete shit if it wasn't for Ricky Steamboat. He looked great in there. The You Still Got a Chance were on par. The deep arm drags, he's still got those going on. Jericho worked a really good match with him. In 8:53, Jericho last won the match at 8:53 with the Codebreaker to Steamboat. Dragon got a roll-up of an inside cradle on Jericho, and Steamboat hangs in there, flipping behind Jericho until Jericho hit the Codebreaker, and that's how he did in Steamboat. Good match here. You got to give it effort marks. I gave it 2.5 stars because of Piper and Snuka not really being on par, but Steamboat was, and pretty much all 2.5 stars are for Steamboat. Good effort. Next, we got Matt and Jeff Hardy in an Extreme Rules match. On paper, that looks good, but then again, so did their Vengeance 01 match. That looked good too on paper, but then they had it and it wasn't. This match, it left a lot to be desired. I don't think these two have it when it's against each other. They just stick better as partners. At 13-13, Matt put Jeff away, hitting him with the side effect, but yeah, this was probably the best match of the 4 matches so far on the night, but that's not saying much. 2.5 stars. Next, we had JBL crushing Joker, Heath Ledger Joker, Rey Mysterio. JBL crushed him and like it just clothesline from hell, and then Mysterio got up slowly, or what happened here? Bradshaw came out to heat. Mysterio walked right into a big boot from JBL. JBL beats on Ray in the corner. Mysterio gets up slowly, hits Enziguri, a 619, then a splash, and Ray wins the title. In the end, at 21 seconds, Ray became the new IC champion after defeating Dave JBL and retiring him in the process. Why did I always think that JBL won this match against Rey Mysterio? Why am I thinking back? I'm thinking, did JBL face Rey Mysterio at another WrestleMania and JBL crushed him in seconds? Because why? This review that I wrote 10 years ago, I rewatched the events and then I read my results from the review from 10 years ago, but I can't remember this. I swore I thought JBL crushed him in like 10 seconds. That must have been another WrestleMania, or it must have been a dream. In the end, Ray became the new IC champion. Maybe I'm just thinking of him getting that big boot to the head. And yeah, maybe I'm just thinking of Ray getting a big boot to the head right when he walked in and thinking that it was over from that end. But either way, Mysterio won the match and a quarter of a star because of the comedy of it all. So yeah, I guess that thought of JBL crushing him was just in my memory. The boot to the head was just more of a memory than Rey Mysterio winning in seconds. Next up, we had The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. It's not just another match, right? These guys, a lot of fans were craving a Shawn Michaels Undertaker match at WrestleMania for years before this. I remember on the IWC, years, for every year for like a decade, they were wanting this match. So they finally get it at the 25th anniversary, and these guys went to hell and back, and they wrestled a half-hour match that felt like it was 10 minutes. 30 minutes and 41 seconds, and these guys did every single thing. Like, what impressed me the most was the first 10 minutes, the pacing. The brawling was top notch. Taker looked great. Shawn Michaels is always great, but he looked good too. The brawling, everything was on pace for such a amazing match. Usually they slow it down if they're gonna do such a good second half. Like, you think about Michaels' angle from WrestleMania 21. They had a slow first half. Think about Michaels' Bret Hart WrestleMania 12. They had a slow first 3 quarters. You didn't get a slow. This was enthralling. I can see why a lot of people rate it 5 stars. Like, because in the same respect, Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13 was this non-stop brawl, this non-stop action-packed match. This match was the same way in the sense of action-packed. I don't give it quite the same rating as Bret and Austin, but I give it 4.5 stars. I don't say anyone's wrong for 4 stars, 3 quarters, or 5 stars. That's not wrong. I'm just saying that I give it 4.5 stars. That's still a classic to me. That's still a classic WrestleMania match. That's still in the top 50 matches ever. So, because or 100 matches anyway. I don't have more than 100 at 4.5 and above. So yeah, definitely one of the best WWE matches ever. This Undertaker finally got the win with the Tombstone to go 17-0. It didn't look like Shawn Michaels was gonna lose at one point. That Taker's eyes really sold it. We all know the spot I'm talking about. Just classic stuff, classic material on a bad show, on a show that had been shit to this point. John Cena took on Edge, who was the defending champion, versus The Big Show in a triple threat match for the world title. Cena had all of his real Cena shady people come out, and Word Life hit, and they all like this, and then Cena came out to My Time Is Now. Edge came in, the defending champion, grabbing his hair, doing his Edge-like stuff. The bell rang. Cena and goes for Edge right away. Then Big Show. And this was a pretty decent match for a triple threat one. I think they hit the spots good. I think when Cena picked up Show and Edge at the end and dropped Show with an attitude adjustment on Edge, that was just gravy. In the end, 14-42, Cena became the new world champion after he beat both men with his attitude adjustment. This one was a pretty good triple threat match. Not as good as a triple threat match I felt at WrestleMania 24, but good enough for it to be on the show. We had the Hall of Fame class led by Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was a good moment where Austin ride out and drank some beers and, sped up the entranceway with his Austin 316 shirt and his arm in the air. Thought that was a good visual in the big Texas stadium, but this night really lacks stuff. And the next match is the main event. I mean, this is WrestleMania here, and we've only had one great match, and this isn't great either. This next main event, Randy Orton, the Rumble winner, didn't even go over. Triple H as a babyface went over in 2009. And he did it 23-34, and that's a painful 23-34. It was not a great match at all. I gave it a star and 3/4. Mostly just for effort, but the effort wasn't there. But just some effort. I mean, this wasn't one of the worst matches ever. That's why I have it at a star and 3/4. If it was one of the worst matches ever, I'd have it at a dud or a quarter of a star. But it's a really lackluster main event. It's a basic match for a feud that was really thrown together. I give this WrestleMania a 3.5 out of 10. Definitely a failure. Can't say bad things about Steamboat. Can't say bad things about Steve Austin. Can't say bad things about the Hardys, and the triple threat were okay. The Money in the Bank was okay. Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, next level. They get the 3.5 points pretty much on their own. But it's a for WrestleMania, it should be much better than 3.5 out of 10. I don't think I need to go over that again. Why? Hopefully the next WrestleMania will be higher than a 3 out of 10. I know it for a fact it will be. This is 3.5 out of 10. But I'm Brett Mix for WrestleMania reviews. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit better, so I can talk to you guys about a better one than this. But yeah, hit like and subscribe for old school videos, and we'll be right back with you tomorrow here on Macho Madness, Macho Wrestling 101. I'm Brett Mix, that's my opinion, and I'm out.